So I saw this video by Uncle Dane about engineers' stock weapons, and I thought it was a very interesting concept for a video. The weapons a new player is given at the beginning of their journey in TF2 can somewhat shape what the player thinks about the class, and if they enjoy what the class has offered for them, they are far more likely to keep playing. But stock weapons aren't only for introducing each class and their roles to new players, they serve as a benchmark for each class's capabilities in battle. Take Pyro. His flamethrower is designed almost entirely around pushing through choke points and engaging in close, head-to-head combat with an enemy. Even Pyro's secondary, the shotgun, is designed for close-range combat. The new player will see this and know that Pyro is a close quarters class, and if they try and use Pyro as a long-range class, they will not do very well. However, there are some stock weapons that, as well as showing the player how their class functions, give the best and most reliable option for a casual game of TF2, and that is where the sniper rifle fits in. Of course, a lot of inspiration from this video came from Uncle Dane, so if you haven't already, go subscribe to him. In his videos, Dane talks about how stock weapons are usually meant to be viable in most circumstances. The fire axe. The stock rifle is one of those stock weapons that is just really good compared to its side grades. How good, you may ask? Well, this good. Cue an edgy sniper main montage or something.
Shawty bad, but I know she gon' be bad for me. I run it back, cause I know it's gon' be sad for me. Toxic love, this the way that this gon' have to be. Not enough, this gon' end up being a tragedy. Cause I wanna run it up, I just be counting up on my butt. Got all the Hennessy in the bag. I think I've done enough, I think I'm done with love, Don't need another one. Take it from Tennessee to Japan. I wanna run it up.
Okay, back to what I was saying. The stock sniper rifle is really good, and to fully understand why it's so good, we have to look at the other options Sniper has. You see, Sniper has some very clear counters. As seen on this graph, you'll see that Sniper is very strong against most light classes, his headshot dealing 150 damage with no charge, whereas he's weaker against Spies, Flanking or Roamer classes, and of course, other snipers. Most of his primaries help the player against one or two of these counters while hindering him when he comes to fight another. The best weapon to explain this with is the Machina. Looks good enough on paper. The increased damage you get when fully charged against classes with higher health. However, since you are unable to shoot while unscoped, scouts and spies become much harder to deal with at close range if you are using your primary. Next is the Huntsman. The lower charge time means dealing with light classes such as scout and spy become much easier, needing only one body shot to send either of them scrambling for a health pack. There being no scope also helps with spies, as tunnel vision is usually what spies rely on for a sniper kill. But what the Huntsman makes up for at close range, it loses at long range. Heavies with overheal become much harder to deal with, as your headshots do 360 damage, which isn't a one-shot anymore, and other snipers will notice large arrow projectiles you're shooting, and easily move out of the way to second scope you before you can even reload. After that, there's the Classic. Yep, the Classic. Yeah, it's a meme, but it's also kind of good. Being able to charge shots without scoping is a spy's worst nightmare, and once you fully charge a shot, you don't even have to headshot spies, since the body shot does 135 damage, which is enough to kill all light classes, by the way. But since you are unable to headshot when fully charged, the max damage output of this weapon is significantly lower than stock, being 405 instead of 450. Oh, and before you ask, no, I will not even mention the Hitman's Heatmaker or the Sydney Sleeper. The Hitman's Heatmaker is about as useful as the Cleaner's Carbine, and the Sydney Sleeper is called the Piss Rifle for a reason! Finally, probably Sniper's best primary side grade, the Bizarre Bargain. It starts with a 50% slower charge time than stock, and after each headshot kill, the charge rate increases by 25%. So, after 2 heads, it's a direct upgrade from stock. Once you reach 6 heads, the charge time to full takes only 1.8 seconds compared to 3.3 for stock. Oh yeah, and it sounds amazing. However, there is one glaring flaw with this gun, and that is the playstyle that it promotes. Picture the scene. You have 6 heads absolutely demolishing the enemy team, but as soon as you die, you lose all that decreased charge time. So you're probably going to take less risks because you do not want to die with 6 heads and have to start all over again with a direct downgrade from stock. In fact, you're not going to take any risks at all and end up not helping your team in the slightest. When you do badly with this weapon, the weapon punishes you with a slower charge time, and when you do well with this weapon, the stakes are much higher than if you were just using the stock. So what is the best primary for sniper? Would you take the independent charge of the classic, the faster charge time of the Huntsman, or the higher damage of the Machina? Regardless of what you prefer, the objectively best weapon for sniper is the stock. Or maybe the Bizarre Bargain, I don't really know.
Come with me and you'll see that it's
Okay, real quick before you go, I got a couple of things I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching me blatantly rip off Uncle Dane for however long this video lasted. You can expect some more of these types of videos very soon. This was a very difficult video to make. This was probably my highest effort video to date. It was especially hard to make since I recorded, edited, and rendered all clips in 2K 1080p 60 FPS, and my PC is not really cut out to edit in such high resolution. Specs are in the description if you're interested. Because of this, a sub would be greatly welcomed. Join my Discord! The link is in the description and you can get sneak peeks to all my progress on future videos for free. Again, I cannot thank you enough for watching, and roll that outro song! What you get from this world is what you put in.